Scorpio, welcome to your weekly reading for June 8th to the 14th. My name is Catherine and this is Oracle Intuitions. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. We're going to be taking a look into the energy of the mind and the heart, as well as relationships, with a closing message from Spirit. Please remember that these are general readings, so they are not going to resonate with everyone because we are all beautiful individuals. However, if they do resonate, please click like, please click subscribe, as it's truly appreciated and it really helps my channel to grow. Also, if you would like a more in-depth relationship reading, please check out the link above. This is going to be, it is their feelings for you, okay? And you can find that either in the description box or, like I said, in the link above. Also, check out your June horoscope as well. All right. So, and again, the link is going to be in the description box. So let's get into it. Let's see what is going on. Also, if you would like a personal reading, please, you can contact me at oracleintuitions.com. All right, so let's get started. We're going to take a look into the energy of the mind. Okay, and so this is things that we may be focusing in on, or external energies that are brought to our focus throughout the week. So we have straddling worlds, wandering between realms. Second card, right use of power. We got the crown games and many masks, the authentic self. All right, so we're going to get some clarification here, Scorpio, but it does feel as though when we have this straddling worlds, okay, wandering between realms, this is very much, you know, in between that 5D and 3D energy. And I really do feel that for some of you, it's like your authentic self or some sort of energy has been perhaps in that, you know, in the 5D realm. And I feel like Spirit is saying to you to bring it down to the 3D. Okay, for some of you, you may not be following your authentic self, or maybe perhaps, you know, you've allowed your authentic self to show through. All right, we have this many masks coming through. So I do feel that for some of you, you might be in this energy, or you may have been in this energy where you're not exactly sure which mask to present to the world, or maybe to present to a particular person. It kind of feels as though, you know, there might be things that you've been hiding, or maybe perhaps others have been hiding for, you know, from you in some degree. All right, we have this right use of power. So again, we're going to get clarification. But when that crown games comes through and the right use of power, it kind of feels as though there's this energy coming through here that you may be wearing different masks for different people, or perhaps somebody around you is. Remember that roles can be reversed, or these could be energies that you could be focusing in on. I feel like for some of you, this might have to do with people around you, okay? And you might be just figuring out which mask somebody is particularly wearing. All right, and do they have some sort of sense of power or control within this situation? All right, but let's start off with straddling worlds and see what's coming in, wandering between realms. So we have that Six of Pentacles coming through. We have the Page of Pentacles, as well as the Ten of Cups. So it does feel there's some sort of sense of reciprocation going on here, okay? And again, I do feel that it may, with that Six of Pentacles, you may be wondering, you know, it's almost as though you're following your instincts in that 5D realm, wondering how much you should be giving energy towards something. Now, this could have to do with a romantic relationship. It could have to do with just work or whatever aspect that it's, you know, landing in your life. But we have this Ten of Cups, so it kind of feels as though you're in this place where you really want to take a look at stability of some sort, personal happiness in some degree. All right, we have that Knight of Wands coming through, and we have the Six of Wands. You know, I'm really getting here, and again, you know, this might not be you. This might be somebody within your immediate energy. Yeah, we've got the Seven of Wands with the Eight of Wands coming through. You might be in this energy where you're really protecting your true self, or protecting some sort of aspect of yourself, you know, against others. All right. And again, this might be because of the fact that we have this right use of power. And it kind of does feel that for some of you, this could be because of the fact that maybe perhaps for some of you, you're a public figure. Maybe perhaps, you know, you're self-employed and you've got to present a certain image to the public in some way. All right. But what I'm getting here is it's almost as though you're wondering, which mask do I wear, or how do I present something, you know, and it kind of feels as though you want to start taking off the mask. All right. But I do feel there's a restriction coming through here in some way. And again, this could be because of how you're presented within the public, or maybe perhaps for some of you, this could be, you know, if I take off a mask, if I really show my authentic self in some manner, there might be, you know, somebody might take advantage. Somebody might try to take some power away from me. Somebody might not be recipient or as, you know, generous with their time or their energy. It almost feels as though you're wearing the mask, or you're putting on some sort of front simply because, and this might even just be not revealing everything. Okay, this doesn't have to be malicious, or it doesn't have to be manipulative. It just feels like some sort of energy where you're protecting yourself. And you might even be in this place where I'm protecting myself from others. I might be protecting myself, you know, from people around me. I might even be protecting myself from myself. Okay, because I don't want to dig into the feelings, or I don't want to dig deep within a situation. Right? We have the Chariot coming through. We have the Tower coming through. And the King of Swords. Yeah, it feels like when I look at this, it's almost as though there's this energy coming through where if I remove the mask, or I remove my guard, let's just say guard, okay? Because it, you know, when we talk about masks, I mean, it can be misinterpreted, you know, as not being authentic to yourself. But what I'm getting here is it does feel there's a guard up. There might be a guard up, and it might be that you might not be trusting somebody completely. Okay, there's a little bit of emotional distance that's coming through here. It kind of feels like for the best of everybody at this point, in order to get to where I need to get to, or in order to get to what it is that I'm trying to go towards. Okay, and we have this King of Pentacles coming through. So for some of you, I kind of feel this energy that if you are vulnerable, that you feel that there might be somebody or some people around you that may take advantage of this. And again, you know, I do feel that this has to do with an external energy. I don't feel that it particularly has to do with an internal one. It kind of feels, especially with this Ten of Wands coming through, I really get this wandering between realms being, you know, do I present who I am? Do I allow myself to just be vulnerable within this situation? Do I release the guard around me? Do I lower my walls? Or can I trust enough? I'm really getting this energy of trust coming through here. Can I trust those around me? Do I feel safe with them? Do I feel like I can let my guard down? Do I feel like, you know, my personal information or my personal safety or whatever it is will be protected? Let's look at this many masks, the authentic self. We've got this King of Cups. I feel like for some of you, you may be in this place. You're really contemplating, or in this place of trying to figure out if maybe perhaps you can present your true self to a particular person. All right, this may have to do with a relationship. And I do feel that for some of you, you may have been guarded, you know, either towards others in the past, or maybe perhaps towards this particular person. And it may have even caused some sort of emotional, you know, or even physical distance. All right. But I do feel, yeah, see, look at this, the Three of Swords coming in. I feel that because of this past behavior, and again, it may be roles reversed. All right. Maybe somebody was presenting this to you, but it does feel this energy of that you were trying to protect yourself. Either trying to protect yourself, or maybe perhaps, you know, you've had crappy relationships in the past. You didn't know if you could be authentic with somebody. But I feel like what's happening now is like you have this element of trust. Yeah, you're listening to spirit, I feel like. And I feel like you are being drawn to something or to someone. And again, you know, there may have been a distance with them in the past, which may have led to some sort of separation or some sort of argument or discourse between the two of you, because it almost feels like you were coming in, or they were coming in on a very surface level. More guard coming up. We have that Two of Wands, but I feel like now you're trying to figure out, I feel like you're letting your guard down. That's what I feel like. I feel like you're letting your guard down. Got that Ten of Swords coming through. It feels like you're in this place now where the past is the past. This is done. I have to let this go. I have to be in this place where I can trust. Where I can now, move forward. For some of you, it feels like there's, look at this, a new communication coming in. I feel like you're closing off that part of you. All right. And what I mean by closing, Four of Cups, even in reverse. Okay. It feels like before you kind of closed off your emotional energy. Even though you may have felt the emotions, you may not have presented the emotions. Okay. You could feel really deeply towards something or someone, but you may not have been showing it. And I feel that because of that energy, there was some sort of separation here that happened. And now because of the fact that the guard is coming down, that you're able to show who you truly are, you're being in that place of vulnerability. It took a lot of work. I do feel it took a lot of work. But now that you can do that, it's like that heart chakra is opening is what I'm getting. Yeah, Ace of Swords coming in. There's a lot of clarity coming through here. And this may have taken a little bit of time, okay? But it does feel like, especially with this Four of Wands, that you're ready to move towards something now. Or you're at the very least ready to remove the barriers, or maybe perhaps remove that heart protection. Because it does feel like there's an opening coming through here. And, even if this doesn't have to do with relationships, it may have to do with, again, some sort of other aspect. What it's showing here is that you're ready for that contentment. You're ready for that new step forward. You're ready for some sort of new beginning, okay? But you know that new beginning, even, again, it doesn't need to be a new person. It could be, because I do feel discourse from the past, okay? And you might have had some sort of blockage with a particular person, or maybe perhaps you wanted to open up, but past relationships sort of prevented that because you were guarding your heart. But what it's showing right now is that you may want to be moving forward. All right. But you also know that you have to let down, that guard. You have to let down those barriers. You have to be showing that authentic self in order for this to come to a place where there's going to be this contentment, this security, this stability coming through here, especially with that 10 of Pentacles coming in. It's time to let go. Time to let go of that old energy. And I do feel that you are working through this, or you at least have started the process of it, or are about to start the process of it. Okay, because it really feels like it's almost like Spirit is saying, look, we want to bring this in for you. Okay, whatever this is, we want to bring this, through to you, but your walls are up. You have to present yourself, or you have to be in a place of being open and being vulnerable to it. Okay, vulnerability is huge within this situation. It talks about that authentic self, and you're not really being authentic when you have your guard up, or when you're in this place of, waiting to see if you can be your true self with somebody. It feels like you already can, and they've already shown you that you can trust them. They've already shown you that they can, that they are somebody that you can put faith into. But were you doing that? All right, so let's take a look at relationships and see what's coming through. Let's see what's happening with relationships for our Scorpio. And again, take in mind that the roles could be reversed. So it may be somebody else who's removing their mask, all right, and being their authentic self and showing that to you at this moment. And it doesn't need to be a person. It can be a situation, all right? So let's look at relationships and see what's happening for our Scorpios. I keep feeling like one more. All right, first card coming through, storm warning. We have hostilities and cornucopia. you know, again, I really do get this energy coming through here. I feel like you're almost scared, or you're in this place of, again, showing perhaps some sort of authenticity. All right, you may feel that if you're vulnerable, there could be some sort of storm warning. I actually am also getting to that for some of you, you may be in some sort of situation. This could be a karmic situation where there is some sort of hostilities, you know, happening at this moment. And remember that this is only going to resonate with some of you. It's not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. But what I'm getting here, it almost feels like what's going on here, because we've got this hostilities coming in. For me, that's looking at like that Seven of Wands energy, okay, being protected, try to protect yourself. We've also got the Five of Wands, like where, you know, there may have been arguments or discourse in some way, or discord, all right? But you're trying to head to this place of that cornucopia, and that was really coming through with that Four of Wands along with the Ten of Pentacles, right? Where you want to be in this place of happiness within a relationship in some way, but it kind of feels like you're really blocking that energy from coming through. There may have been altercation in the past. But again, I feel like the altercation had to do with not being open, or not being vulnerable, or not being in this place of perhaps, you know, pure transparency in some way. And if that transparency had just allowed itself to come through, or if that vulnerability, you know, had allowed itself to come through, there could be this element of cornucopia coming through here. So let's take a look. Storm warning. We've got the Hermit card. Look at this. We've got the Two of Cups coming through, and we've got the Devil coming in. Let's clarify that Hermit, Queen of Wands. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, there may have been some sort of conversation that really brought things to the surface, or maybe perhaps there may have been it almost feels like a conversation that you didn't expect to go the way that it did. Okay. And I do feel that for some of you, that this may have been caused simply because of the fact that not everything was revealed, or not everything. It almost feels like somebody trying to take control of the situation, or somebody trying to take control of the conversation in some way. We've got that sun, but you know what? It's interesting, because what happens after the storm? The sun comes out, and it feels again like about, you know, letting out those, letting down those barriers, being in a place of honesty and transparency, trusting your instincts. I feel like you can trust. All right, it does feel like there is this energy of being able to trust. Look at that Four of Wands coming out, which leads, you know, possibly to this cornucopia. All right. And again, you or someone else. I just need to keep clarifying that, because, you know, some people get, you know, to that place where I'm not like that. Okay, but is the other person? Oh, yeah, they are. Okay. All right. So, you know, just take it as it resonates. But let's look at that hostilities. Got that Ten of Pentacles coming through. It's almost like you're in this place where you want, somebody wants something to move forward. Somebody wants to be in this, you know, happiness. Somebody wants to be in this even possibly traditional type of relationships. They want to be, you know, they want to take their time. They want a steady, you know, relationship in some extent. Right? Maybe they want that commitment, that full commitment. But there's been things from the past that have come through here for sure. Look at that. Got the Three of Pentacles coming in. All right. I feel like, you know, there does want to be this place of feeling satisfied, of feeling happy, of being, you know, again, content. But I feel like something happened. You know, I'm really getting here that, again, things might have been just misspoken, or they may not have been in the degree that somebody took them as. Okay. Seven of Swords. Yeah, I feel like somebody might have misinterpreted something, or might have misinterpreted a conversation. Somebody might have misinterpreted, you know, the way that things were coming through. We have a lot of ego energy coming in here. But again, you know, for some of you, it might be an Aquarius. But again, what I'm keep getting here coming in is that there is It's like this relationship can evolve. This relationship can transform. Or even if this is a new energy, it talks about, you know, releasing that past. All right, releasing the past. Don't be in a place of being hostile just because other people may have been hostile to you, you know, in the past, or maybe perhaps because, you know, somebody wasn't being their authentic self. Let's take a look at that cornucopia. Look at that. We got the Magician. We have the Ace of Wands coming in. We have the Judgment. I really am getting here, especially with this Judgment card coming through. This is the second time it's come in as well. It's almost like there's this new beginning that can happen, either with a particular person. I do feel like for some of you, this could have to do with releasing either the energy of a particular person or releasing the hostilities toward a particular person, okay? Especially if you don't want that person to come through. You know, if you're in this place of, no, I don't see a relationship with them ever, that's fine. But it is showing here something new coming in, okay? Especially with the Fool. It's like, take a chance, take a risk. Take a risk. And I do feel that for some of you, this could have been from somebody from the past. All right? It's like, you know, it's time to be transparent. It's time to be transparent. It's time to reveal exactly what it is that you want, exactly what it is that you're desiring. Ace of Cups coming through here. And this is either going to be energy that you're releasing, you know, from within yourself and drawing those that are seeking that same type of relationship, right? Once we emit the energy of what it is that we're desiring, it really allows others to come toward us. But we have to be in that place of receiving. If it is somebody from the past, it might be time to drop those walls, drop those barriers, and allow them to come in. Allow them to come through. Isn't it time? I feel like saying, isn't it time for you to be happy? Look at that. Right? Isn't it time for you to be happy? And that's exactly what I'm getting here. All right, so let's get a closing message from Spirit and see what's coming in. And I feel like you don't need to be blocked or guarded towards, you know, everybody, just because a couple of people really might have, you know, messed around or screwed you over or whatever, or even if that energy is vice versa. It doesn't mean that you have to be in a place of either punishing yourself or, you know, like forever, right? Like, you know, even if we made a bad choice in the past, that's okay. Right? Everybody on earth makes a bad choice at one point or another, right? Or even if, you know, if it was you that behaved in a way that was guarded and not being vulnerable or maybe even having secrets, all right? It's okay to forgive yourself and allow a new relationship or a new energy within a relationship that you've really been desiring, you know, to come through. So let's get some cards from the universe. Transform anger. Yeah, see, this is exactly what it's like. Transform anger from the past, all right? You don't need to hang on to that anger anymore. You don't need to hang on to the negative energy. Again, just because you might be closing off a cycle with a karmic partner, maybe perhaps some of you are in a relationship and that you might be walking away from. But again, you know, it's almost as though you're in this place of, never again, because I got screwed over this one time, or maybe I got screwed over 7 times. I don't know if I can be open and vulnerable to somebody else. And I do feel that this is what Spirit's telling you, is to open yourself up, allow it to come through. And we have this, ennoble your soul. Okay, and look at that. We have the mask coming through here. All right, be in a place where you're following your soul. You don't need to follow. And that's where I feel like that wandering between realms is coming through. It's like on the 3D realm. Let's put it this way. On the 5D realm, you know exactly what it is that you want, who you desire, what you want to go towards. All right. But in that 3D realm, you're really focusing in on the past anger. You might be focusing on past disappointments. And it's time to kind of pick a realm. Okay. Pick the realm. Pick the realm. Bring that 5D realm in, okay? Bring that 5D realm into that 3D so that you can have that happiness and that fulfillment and that contentment and maybe even that commitment that you've been desiring. So I truly hope that this has helped, Scorpio. Again, please click subscribe. Please click like if this reading has resonated with you. Have an amazing week and many blessings. See you next time.